Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collective. I just wanted to do a really quick video to show you guys some of my recent pickups here. Some of this stuff that I'm going to show you is actually stuff from before we had the baby that I haven't been able to do a video about, so a lot of it has been sold. But I'm going to show you the footage that I have, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah, my Xbox just turned on randomly as I said that. It's like it wants me to play it. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive in and I'll show you what I got. So our first stop took place at a store called Hippo Thrift. Now, I've been to the store a bunch of times. It is unfortunately closing. So everything in the store at this time, this is like the week of giving birth to our baby. It was like my last little bit of game hunting before she came. But everything in the store was 50% off. And as I was poking around, I found this really sweet, good shape Xbox 360 controller. It looks great. I ended up paying $5 for this, which is awesome. It's a really good deal. And then I also picked up a copy for the PSP of Archer McLean's Mercury. This was $1.50. So again, nothing super crazy here, but you never know if you're gonna come across a case for something like this, or and this will, obviously pay for that whole lot once it does actually sell. But yeah, not a bad little pickup. On to the next. Next, I'm gonna show you some pawn shop pickups. Now, I go to this pawn shop all the time. I have a really good relationship with the guys that work there. I've actually recently gotten into selling Pokemon cards. So I bought a bunch from them and I've been reselling. But over the course of the last month or so, I picked up a couple of copies of Stranded in the Deep, I believe it's called, 2 sealed copies for 20 bucks a piece. They have both fortunately sold for me, which is great, so I've made some profit on those. And then another trip, I found a bunch of Turtle games. And if you guys know, some of the Turtle games are pretty expensive, and I sold all of them except for Turtles 2 here. This is Battle Nexus. Now this one did not come with the game, but I paid $20 for all of those games. And I think I sold Turtles 3 for like 60 bucks or something like that. And this is like a 20-some dollar game, so I'm keeping this case until I find an additional disc, and then I'm able to sell it complete at that point because I do already have this. But yeah, super sweet deals there. Again, total profit across the board for all of those. Let's see what else we found. Next, I'm gonna show you a really sweet Second & Charles pickup. I go to this store all the time, but fortunately for me, on this one day, my wife and daughter were out in the car, so I had to run in really quickly to drop off some things that I was trading into the store, and then I was gonna take a quick peek, put things on hold, and then run out and pick it up later once the trade deal was completed. But while I was in there, I noticed the Wii U section was massive. And you never know with their Wii U section. Sometimes it's 5 games, and sometimes they get loaded. But this time I found a copy of Planes, Fire and Rescue. Now this is complete. It is in great shape, and this is going right into the collection. But here's the thing. This is around a $60 game. This is like, believe it or not, for some reason, like a rarer game for the Wii U. And I only paid $20 for it. 20 bucks. Really not a bad deal at all. I'm super pleased to get to add this one to the collection. Don't know that I'll ever play it, but it's definitely like, it's something checked off the list. We're going to continue on a theme of Wii U games here. Now, this one was actually a trade. So a long time ago, I'll tell you guys the story. Maybe like 3 months ago, I was sitting on a live stream in Whatnot. I don't do Whatnot anymore, but I was on Whatnot and I was buying some things, and the streamer said, "Hey, where's everybody from?" And I said, "Oh, I'm from Delaware." Another streamer or another person in the chat said, "Hey, I'm from Delaware too. Where are you from?" So we started chatting, followed each other on Instagram, and another local collector, because if you know Delaware, there's not many of us around. So ended up connecting with this guy, and we talked on Instagram and said, "Hey, what are you collecting for?" And I said, "Well, I'm collecting for the Wii U." He's collecting for like PlayStation, so PS3, PS4. So the very next day after we talked about this, and remember, we've been chatting back and forth, over the past few months or so. But the very next day after we talked about what we're collecting for, he texts me and says, "Hey, I got some stuff you may want to take a look at." So he sends me this picture, and it's got some bangers, man, for the Wii U. And it actually had a copy of Game & Wario. And if you guys know, this game is climbing, man. This is like 165 to 200, depending on the day. It is also, I believe this is complete, in great shape. The only issues for me, and I can get new artwork in the future, but there's a couple little rips here. The best thing is that I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket for it. So I went through my collection and I found some things that I don't really care about, that I don't really want. And obviously you guys know I didn't pay full price for these things, but I traded him a copy of Gravity Rush, which is like a $70 game, Gravity Rush 2, which is like $40, a PS3 controller, One-Way Heroics, which is sealed, a copy of Predator Hunting Grounds, I believe, for the PS4, and a case for Bleach on PS3. So all in all, we both made out. We both got some things that we were looking for. And I was able to add this gem to my collection, man. I am super, super pleased to get to add this one. And again, to find it in the wild, to find it, like, he actually found this at a garage sale. He bought this and a whole bunch of other Wii U stuff I really had. Some GameCube stuff, things like that for like 300 bucks. So he did really, really well on that. So yeah, on to the next. So this next one is actually at a store called Born to Game in Middletown, Delaware. Now, I did not get any footage of this because, again, my wife and daughter were out in the car. It was after church. It was our first day back at church since the baby was born. Everyone was exhausted, but she needed to feed the baby. And I said, hey, here's a great parking lot. We can go do it here, and I'll run in the store. Everybody's happy. But I had to be quick. So I ran in. I did some quick poking. And if you guys know, like, I've been to the store a bunch of times, and I've found some winners here. Like this is just an example. Silent Hill Origins, I paid, says 65 bucks. I found Phantasy Star for 80 for the Sega Master System. I paid $50 for Spider-Man for the Master System. So really some good deals. And when I'm wandering around, I always go to check the Wii U section because you guys know I love this stuff. And what did I find there but this, dude, this sweet collector's edition, Xenoblade Chronicles X. And it is minty, dude. Like, it is freaking sweet. Like, this still has the seal down on this end. It's never been touched. I mean, this book looks, I mean, it looks incredible. It's got everything in here. Looks like it's never been played. You know, it's still got the USB here. Like look at that. Like, it just looks amazing. And the best part of this is, I got to show you the price tag here once I get this back in here. The best part of the whole thing is that this did not cost me any more than the current market value of sorry, the dog's making noises, but the current market value of an actual Xenoblade Chronicles disc. This cost me 60 bucks right there. $60 for this. And this is like $250 to $300 depending on the day. And I predict that this is going to continue to rise in value. I ended up selling my personal copy of Xenoblade Chronicle X so that I could pay for this. So I ended up getting this completely, entirely for free. I paid nothing for this. So that's really, really cool. And with that, I ended up buying a couple of, I didn't pull them out of here because they're already in the collection, but a couple of like little filler titles, but like nostalgic ones for me for the N64. I got a copy of 1080 Snowboarding and a copy of Sarge's Heroes for the N64. So those were added to the collection. I just didn't want to pull them all out. But that is really all that I have to show you guys right now. If you have any questions about anything that I picked up, or if you see anything that you would like to purchase, let me know. You can reach out to me here on Instagram, TikTok. I'm the Retro Gaming Collective. I'm also the Retro Gaming Collective on eBay. And I have a ton of stuff up right now, Pokemon cards, games, tons of stuff. So please feel free to check it out and let me know that you're a subscriber or a viewer. I love to work deals with you guys. And it would really, really help me if you guys wanted to like take a look. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and sticking with me. I know my scheduling is I'm trying to stay pretty consistent. I know I'm not doing a ton of hunting videos, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stuff that I've put out. But yeah, until next time, happy hunting.